And this is important because this is our history.
My name is Anais, and this is important because providing context with the Marshallese and the military provides people here a way of relating to these groups and provides the support that these groups need.
My name is Desiree. This is important because there's a lot of Marshallese in our communities, and we must break down cultural barriers.
So we're the Advocacy group, and we take on a human rights approach to the Marshall Islands. We basically look at the condition of migrants and also the relation to the military. Anything else you guys want to
share? My section specifically is looking at human rights law, especially during the time of the trusteeship in the Marshall Islands, when the U.S. had a responsibility to protect those islands, and that's when they conducted most of their nuclear testing.
And with that, looking at the migration issues now for today, seeing how many seeing how many Marshallese moved to the United States. There's huge populations in certain states, and a lot of them moving here from the islands, they try to find access to healthcare, have economic opportunities, or for education purposes, but they face a lot of cultural barriers, which leads to a lot of issues revolving around how to navigate the U.S. system.
So when we're looking at major outcomes of the nuclear testing, what we're really seeing is a lot of displacement within the islands themselves, and nowadays more so even to the U.S. And then on top of that, the healthcare issues that happen as an immediate result and also are lasting through to the next generations today.
And and to talk more, some of the issues happening right now, a lot of the Marshallese Islanders, are going to Arkansas to work at one of the biggest chicken plantations, Tyson's Foods, and a lot of them face low wages, or they don't have really great work environments, and so a lot going back to human rights, labor rights as well.
To basically provide kind of a support system, a lot, you were talking, a lot of states have large groups of migrants, and we need to be able to also build a support system in the states. And so what I work on is kind of that support system and its relations to the military, and how we can combine these groups to provide and get together these two groups so that they don't alienate each other, they just support each other more. And so some of the programs that I would like to get started are pen pal programs with the Seattle Children's Hospital, to provide those families that have cancer here and the children that have cancer in the Marshall Islands due to the radioactivity, to the environmental damages, kind of have that connection between each other, and also to branch out that program to military families, especially the children of military families, as they move around a lot and it's difficult to make friends, and to have that kind of support between all three of those groups would just create a whole different network here that they can for lack of not support each other, basically support each other more or less. I use that word a lot. Yeah. But so that they connect to each other, and that other people realize that the Marshall Islands are just not just alienated; they're very connected to the military here. Their conditions can be similar to atomic veterans here, and to provide that connection between like their health care and their symptoms would give a lot of context to the people here to see the Marshall people in a whole different light.
Yeah, I think a really important connection that those two groups share is this lack of remediation for what has happened.
Exactly.
You know, this lack of recognition for what they've gone through. And part of what I'm trying to do is laying out the human rights laws that have been violated, but also showing the institutions that are in place and the lack of signage for treaties that would have held the U.S. accountable. But you know how there's like a missed connection there. You know.
Yeah.
There's so many things that have been strategically done so that the U.S. Doesn't provide these remediations to both the Marshallese and veterans. And
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's kind of one thing that we hope to come out of this is, as we put this into the media and advocacy, that people who do have the power to vote in the U.S. will be able to, you know, understand these issues and vote accordingly.
Exactly.